Hello, my name's Chrystal Phan and I'm an oil painter living in Victoria, BC, and we're here at the Chapel Gallery, and this is my show called Once for a While. I only started painting a few years ago. In 2017 I started taking classes at a local atelier here. The artist's name is Nicole Sleeve, and from that I just started doing oil paintings. My inspiration for this show was actually came about a few years ago. I was working at the Royal BC Museum, and I was at the Family Bonds and Belonging exhibit, which is an exhibit where they had curated a show based on artifacts from families in BC. And so I went through that exhibit and I noticed that there weren't any families that looked like mine. I thought, well, I'm from BC, where's my family? So I talked to the curator at the time of that exhibit, and she said, well, all of our artifacts are donated and we simply don't have connections with the Vietnamese Canadian community. And so that made me think about things, and experiences like that kept popping up for me, and I thought, well, maybe there's something I can do to start closing that gap. And for me it wasn't about representation as much as it was about community integration and connection. So I thought, well, maybe I can paint some things. And so I started thinking about stories about my family and my friends, personal experiences as Vietnamese Canadians, trying to express their Canadian identity. And I came up with these compositions that show kind of like an awkward mix of between the two, and representing this in-between identity that come out with kind of funny results. So here they are. And I can tell you about one of the paintings here. So this is a story based on a story my mom told me that when she first came to Canada in 1980 from Vietnam, they were given food hampers. They were very poor and just getting settled. And once they got this Christmas food hamper with a giant turkey in it, and they had no idea what to do with it because they had never had a turkey before. Mm-hmm. And so they ended up cutting it up and making curry for the year. Yeah, and so we can look at this next painting. I'll just talk a little bit about the way I painted this one instead of the story. I just really like nighttime paintings because I like how playing with the light. I work in oils, which give you a lot of time to work things out. And so this painting actually was the first of the series that I did, and was the first large composition that I've ever painted. And it ended up taking me 6 months to do. But from that I learned a lot of lessons about how to problem solve and in advance of doing the painting. And so the rest of the series came about much quicker. This painting represents a father and a daughter having an awkward conversation after dinner based on a conversation I had with my own father. And we didn't talk ever, but after dinner, apropos of nothing, he says to me and my sister, it's okay to be gay. I thought, okay, thank you. I mean, we're not, but I'm not, but thank you for being open-minded. And I couldn't figure out why he was saying this, and then I realized it's like, because we were so old and single, so he thought we were hiding a secret. But I thought, we're in Canada, it's okay, you can be single if you want to be in your mid-20s, which was 26 at the time. So this painting represents that moment where no one wants to be a part of that conversation. But the idea behind all of these paintings, this one and all of them, is that while the experience is specific to me and the way I've composed the setting is very Vietnamese Canadian, they're stories that everybody has in common. I mean, I had someone who came to the gallery who's of Chilean background, and she said, same thing happened to me with my dad. Mm-hmm. And so these are the paintings, and they've been up here for 3 weeks. This has been my debut exhibition, and I hope to be able to share these paintings across Canada.